about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Next to score, Bears 7, Dolphins 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now Kaepernick to try again here after the pick 6. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 30 on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Kaepernick going to throw. And that's incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fields on 1st down. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards, the pickup there. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and goal.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get... Touchdown, Dolphins! That's caught. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Patterson on the carry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Powers through, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Montgomery trucks over him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. first down, they go right back to Cohen. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Off play action, Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. 31 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here's Gaskin. And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On second down, it's Patterson, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bears have broken the tie. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, Got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
From the 31, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A play fake, now Fields to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Kaepernick. And throw right side complete to Parker. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action. It's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bears 28, Dolphins 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Going deep here for Parker. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On play action, Fields swings this out here for Cohen. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to air one out. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, at even 61 yards through the air. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check flag 21. Watch run. Hey, check flag 21.
This is Gaskin on the carry. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Now Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Cover.
Another run with Gaskin. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Go, go, go. Easy, easy, easy. 58's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their... And he is in! Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
56, check 56. What we got?
To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, hey, you get a win. You get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start.